one more WCW thing to talk about here.
Okay.
But then we'll kind of touch up on short WWE things. His feud with Chris Jericho. What do you remember of that? So those that don't know, they did some pretty good business, but it wasn't the most favorable business for Chris Jericho, who actually had put himself in he had kind of worked so well in the storyline that it almost seemed like it was kind of a realistic thing that he could have a match with this guy. It just never happened in regards to a real actual match. I
don't remember much about the behind the scenes stuff. Like I said, unless you were involved in it, unless there was scuttlebutt and it really came through the back curtains and all through that, I don't remember a lot of it. Now, when all that stuff came out and there was interviews and things like that, then I was going, oh damn, yeah, I can see
but
that.
To me, to a fan, it seems like you all would have known that then. It gets so blown out of proportion now. I'm thinking, hell, Bill definitely heard about this backstage.
No, I knew, and here's the thing, because Chris, let's face it, Chris is one of the best ever at anything. And so his mind was working that way, and I'm sure he had a different approach to it. And at that time, Bill's being groomed this way and being told one thing, and Chris is trying to be, this. And so there's butting of the heads, and I see that because Chris is strong-willed as anybody I know. But until that story came out years later, and people are, even now when they talk about it, I sit back now and go, well, damn, I didn't even see that writing on the wall. I didn't see any of that happening. And so I knew there was bickering, and I knew there was, lack of a better term, bad blood a little bit, and they didn't see eye to eye. But I didn't really see that unfold because I thought it was what they had, the chemistry they had was great. I thought for what they were doing and the story they were telling, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, they both came out all right in the end. But Chris Jericho found himself in a situation where he had gotten to a point where he's kind of getting himself over, let's be honest, which he's very capable of always. And he's going up against the wrong guy at the wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just, and I think it goes back to a lot of, well, I was told this, and this is what I've been working towards, and these are the things, and now you're putting this spin on this, and well, why is my thing being interrupted by his thing, and can't we both, live in the same circle and all that, that kind of thing.
But they're already into it though, right? I mean, they were already in, they found themselves deep into this, where really they were both in a position where they could go over and benefit from it, and it would be favorable. But yeah, it was just wrong, bad timing.
Yeah,
really.
It's just a bad timing is exactly right.
Obviously, Chris Jericho made some of those things like that led to him making a decision that worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah, I think he survived it. He'll be all right. That kid will be okay someday.